And welcome back to another video on the Wrestlers Debate and to another edition of Raw out of the 10. Believe it or not, we're already at the go home show for Elimination Chamber, so some big matches coming up, including a gauntlet match to decide who the number 6 entrant will be. So very exciting, I suppose. Let's get straight into it with Miz TV with Drew McIntyre. How many bloody times have we seen this? Miz brought up Chamber and said that he would be champion by now. Drew was trying to talk, but Miz kept interrupting him, annoying him. Miz claimed that he didn't want to be part of the Elimination Chamber match because he's going to cash in his briefcase later. So he was removed, and it's proposed that Kofi and Miz will fight, and if Miz wins, Morrison gets the spot. Before we moved on to the Hurt Business versus the Lucha House Party and Riddle, Benjamin and Dorado kicked off the match. Benjamin isolated Dorado, allowing the Hurt Business to get in control. MVP was in control, but then Riddle managed to get in control, and Riddle managed to get the victory with a floating bro. But after the match, Bobby Lashley attacked him. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. I don't know why you shouldn't just have the Hurt Business win this. It would have made a lot more sense. So yeah, this was quite bizarre. Bad Bunny then won the 24/7 title. Okay, quite good, I suppose. Before we got Charlotte and Asuka taking on Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce. Lacey and Peyton came out with Ric Flair. Royce was in control early on before the babyfaces quickly got control. Lacey eventually got the tag in, and then she revealed she was pregnant. Ric Flair started celebrating and they walked off. I don't know if this is storyline or not, but it was very bizarre. 4 out of 10. Yeah, strange. But anyway, next up on Raw, we did get that match between Kofi Kingston and The Miz. Kofi came on strong early on before Miz hit a DDT after some dominance. Miz then dodged the Trouble in Paradise, but took the SOS, and Kofi eventually hit Trouble in Paradise for the win. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Really good to see Kofi get the win. Yeah, I think he's definitely a better fit than Morrison, and I can't wait to see what he can do in the Chamber. So yeah, this is a good thing. And then we got one of those Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton creepy promos where basically the same thing was said before we moved on to Lana versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna unloaded on Lana early on before Naomi kicked Jax out of ringside. Lana almost pinned Shayna off the distraction, but Shayna managed to lock in the Karavuda clutch. We didn't get any of the My Whole stuff. I think that's probably a good thing. But overall, this was just a bit drab and lacked any sort of excitement, so I can only really give it a 5 out of 10 if I'm being honest. Before we moved on to the gauntlet match, AJ and Kofi kicked off. Kofi and Omos got into it before Kofi hit a few big moves before AJ hit a phenomenal forearm. Makes sense, I suppose, having Kofi the first out. Drew was next out, and they had a proper good match. Before it looked like AJ was going to get the ring with a calf crusher before Drew got out of it and hit the Claymore. Jeff Hardy was straight down. He was in control early on, but Drew eventually got back up and hit the Claymore for the 3 count. Randy then came down and he looked like he was about to win before Alexa's face appeared on literally every screen. He was distracted and Drew hit the Claymore. Sheamus was last out. Drew hit Glasgow Kiss and then the Future Shock, but failed to pin Sheamus before a spine buster and a brogue kick gave Sheamus the win. I'm going to give this 6 out of 10. Probably the right result having Sheamus win, but I just don't think this was necessary. It's probably going to go longer than it was at the Elimination Chamber. Just a bit unnecessary. But overall this week, Raw gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Not the greatest show, really. There were some odd bits. For me, Raw had picked up a little bit over the last couple of weeks, but it kind of went downhill a bit on this show. Yeah, it just wasn't the greatest show we've ever had, but hopefully they can bounce back at the Chamber. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.